My name is Bianca Pema, and today I will bring you through a presentation on the basics of nutrition. In this presentation, I will present to you the Pyramid of Nutrition priorities. We will then break down and explain energy balance, our macronutrients, and what balanced eating looks like. We will then touch on micronutrients, nutrient timing, and supplementation. The Pyramid of Nutrition priorities, created by Eric Helm, has 5 levels. Just like any other pyramid, the base of the pyramid is the most important and can lead to the biggest change, whereas the top of the pyramid leads to a smaller change. Now, this smaller change may be the difference between good and great. Level 1 of our pyramid, the foundation, is energy balance. This, simply stated, means energy in equals energy out. We must eat as many calories as we are burning throughout the day. If we eat too many calories, this will lead to mass gain and to an energy surplus. But if we don't eat enough calories, this will lead to energy deficiency and mass loss. Especially for athletes, it's important that first and foremost we eat enough calories, because or else we won't have enough energy. If we are chronically underfed and don't have enough calories or enough energy, this can lead to poor sports performance due to lack of energy, but also to more severe health issues related to malnutrition and poor bone density. Level 2 of our pyramid is micronutrients. If we are now eating enough calories, we can start looking at what those calories are made of. There are 3 nutritional macronutrients: fats, carbohydrates, and proteins. A calorie is just a measure of energy. So 1 gram of fat will produce 9 calories, and 1 gram of carbs will produce 4 calories. 1 gram of protein will also produce 4 calories. If we look at our fats, this is how our body likes to fuel itself at rest. Because it is energy dense and it gives us 9 calories per gram, this means that when we are just sitting, when we're getting up in the morning, or when we're just resting, our body will burn that fat molecule to create energy to fuel us throughout the day. There are different types of fats. Our unsaturated fats, usually called our healthy fats, derive from vegetable sources. We also have our unhealthy fats, which are our trans fats and our saturated fats. These should only make up 10% of your calorie intake at the most. And next, we have our protein. This is the most under-eaten macronutrients. This isn't good because protein are the building blocks of our muscle tissue. It is super important to build muscle and to help our body recover after activity, to make sure that we're eating enough protein throughout the day. We also have 2 different types of proteins, which are complete proteins, which come from meat sources, and our incomplete proteins, which come from plant sources. Lastly, we have our carbohydrates. Our carbs are our body's preferred source of energy during exercise. It is extremely important, especially for busy people or for athletes, to eat enough carbs during the day. We also have 2 different types of carbs, which are complex carbs. They take a little longer to break down, and our simple carbs, which break down and give us energy super quickly. Now that we've gone through our macronutrients, we can look at balanced eating and how we would divvy this up on our plate. An easy way to look at it is a quarter of our plate to be a protein, a quarter of our plate to be a carb, and half of our plate to be vegetables. Another way to look at it is a palm size for your protein source, 2 fistfuls of carbs, and 2 fistfuls of vegetables per plate, so per meal. This should happen 3 to 4 times a day. Next up, level 3 of the pyramid is our micronutrients. Micronutrients refers to vitamins, minerals, and water. We get most of our vitamins and minerals from whole foods. That is fruits, vegetables, legumes, meats, and more. Anything that's unprocessed. Vitamins and minerals help our body function properly at a subsystem level. That can mean anything from building a strong immune system, building healthy bones, bringing oxygen throughout your body, having good vision, having healthy skin, and a lot more. If we're missing our vitamins and our minerals, then these systems within our body could not be working as well as they should. This is going to impair our health. And then the third part of our micronutrients is water. Since our body is made up of roughly 60% water, it is extremely important to stay hydrated. The more exercise and vigorous activity we do, the more we sweat, the more our water levels deplete in our body. It's very important that before and after activity, we're drinking even more water to make sure that we don't become dehydrated post-exercise. Your body will let you know as soon as it is dehydrated. 1% dehydration and you're going to feel thirsty. Up to 3% dehydration, you might start getting headaches, you might feel tired, you might not want to eat as much. Up to 5% dehydration, you might start getting chills, you have impaired reaction time, and it can affect your concentration. After exercise, we not only want to replenish our water, but we want to replenish our electrolytes. This means having a sports drink, maybe after we've sweat a lot from exercise. Lastly, our pyramid moves up to levels 4 and 5. This is nutrient timing and supplements. We're going to talk more about these in the second nutrition video, which is going to dive into sports nutrition. But essentially, when we eat our calories, now that we've had enough calories, we know what micronutrients are in our calories, and we know that we're eating enough vitamins, minerals, and water, we can start looking at the timing of when we eat. If we have a meal in the morning for breakfast, research shows that this leads to more energy sustained throughout the day. We want to eat a recovery meal within 60 minutes of exercise to make sure that our body is recovering as efficiently as possible. And then there's also some negative side effects where if we eat close to bedtime and just before we go to sleep, that can lead to weight gain. Then we can touch on supplements very quickly. Supplements are a great tool to add on to a balanced diet. Supplements are a great tool to add on to a balanced diet. If we're very busy, if we're in a sports tournament, if we're going from one sport practice to another, supplements can help fill the gap. An example of this is protein powder. It's easy, it's efficient, but if we can have a full meal, we should opt for the full meal. If we're busy in the car driving from one place to the other and it's our best option, then a protein powder drink can help us make sure that we're recovering appropriately. So that concludes my presentation, and I'm going to leave you with a few takeaways. Number 1, eat enough calories. Number 2, our bodies like to burn fat at rest and carbs during activity. Number 3, proteins contain the building blocks of our muscle fibers. This is essential for recovery. Number 4, micronutrients help the subsystems of our body work efficiently. So eat your fruits and vegetables. And then number 5, listen to your body when you're thirsty. Water is extremely important. I hope you've taken away something from this presentation. Thank you for watching, and you can find our clinic on Facebook or on Instagram at Premier Athletic Therapy.